St. Mary's Station, North London. Don't you just hate it when you realize that you get to the end of the chapter and realize you forgot to hit the record? Well, last time out, we had a not so cozy trip home where we ran into we came home, we were tired, the elevator broke, our apartment was ransacked, it seemed like Rena had been killed, Nellie Burke came to us through our spirit glass, and then we woke up and realized it was all a nightmare. Rena was very much alive, and through Rena's technical know-how and our paranormal psychic know-how, we deduced that we were able to examine the Nellie Burke's artifact we got from the spirit box, and that pointed us towards St. Mary's Church, which unfortunately burned down 150 years ago, but that was replaced by St. Mary's rail station for the underground, which was closed in 1938 due to a methane gas discovery. Closed for safety reasons, but has never reopened. And Edith believes that it's a government cover-up, and maybe this is where Nellie Burke's temple is. And we're going to investigate because there's only one way to find out. But, of course, we do have to search. And here behind Cannon's Brewery, amongst the kegs in this box, the hidden London beneath our streets, underworld. Why close underground train stations? Yeah, why? Well, let's try to get in. Oh, it's locked. Quite visibly locked.
Locked. I think I've got a crowbar in the car.
Okay, crowbar in the car. Ah, the current day trains. And imagine that, 1980s. Shopping all under one roof. Ah, the era of shopping malls. Oh, speaking of nostalgia, I've got to turn the magazine over. Clearly they were Videomax. Clearly they were, spoofing Betamax. Let's try our trunk. I mean, that's where I would keep a crowbar. Let's see, we have stacks of notes, relevant books, strange crystals, all common things. Well, we also have we do have some real common things like rope, a jerry can, I guess for spare gas, some sort of dream catcher typey thingy, and a toolbox. Well, a tool's probably in the toolbox. And it is. Get the crowbar. We can close the toolbox, and so as not to arouse too much suspicion, let's try closing the trunk, or the hatch, or the bonnet, or whatever you want to call it, and let's come over here. Now, the game's fickle about this. You gotta go at this with the crowbar in the right way. And I always get it wrong. There we go. Let's see. Now we can... And we can go on. A subway station that's been abandoned for 50 years. I'm sure any good urbex person would tell you that breathing protection would be advisable about now, because even if there isn't, I mean, A, because we suspect there may be a methane gas issue, even if there isn't, a subway station that's been abandoned for 50 years cannot be good for our lungs. I guess I could put on a gas mask so you can hear the gas mask sound while I record this, but getting it on under a headset and then not scratching the headset lenses, not worth it for a video special effect. Okay. And we got far enough where the natural light was up through those sky. Can you conveniently place skylights? Grab our torch then and add some illumination. We got some records. We have some shelves. We are in some sort of office. Continue on. Maybe that sign will tell us where we were. Lost Property Office. Okay, the lost and found area. That's locked. Can't go that way. Private. And it will remain private. But this door's open. This door takes us into the old... again, convenient skylight, and this takes us into the old subway station. Again, lost property, some old-timey ads. The way out to Northfield Street, and giving you directions, some places you may want to go. But I guess we're not getting through that gate. Fare machines. Looks like a rather boy, works on pennies. Wow. I guess there were 6 classes of fare, and depending on what station you wanted to go to was which machine you used. I don't know it. They're kind of a little bit more newer than 1930s, but maybe not. A timetable. Notices about the gas leak. A notice to the staff to clear their stuff. Again, the timetable, the information. If you didn't want to deal with the machine, ticket office, concession with a tobacconist, and still stocked. I bet that candy's really good about now. The tobacco might have lasted. Cigars, smokers, sundries, confectionery. Continue down, the toilets or restrooms. The telephone booths, a reminder to get your tickets before proceeding. It's blocked. But that speaker thing, by the schedule, came to life.
Is that Adam?
And somehow that Adam is apparently chanting the Covenant's mantra, and somehow just listening to that opened the gates. We can proceed to St. Mary's Underground Railway. It's another one of those speakers that doesn't work. Of course, you'll be coming out now, so there's no timetable. That way is closed. And apparently you're bricked up. Closed. Well, the escalators are broken. I guess there's no way to get downstairs. Nope, the escalators are broken. We can't go downstairs. You may remember there was actually a viral video about people stuck on a broken escalator. I'm not kidding. That wasn't creepy. It's like an old-fashioned wooden escalator too. And it looks like an attendance phone box. A guide to what stations you can go to if you go west or east. Reminders that this station is closed. Way out to Northfield Street. Good to know how to get back out. Well, let's try going to King's Cross, westbound.
Locked.
Ah, the illusion of an open world environment. Well, I guess we're going east. And east has lights, so hey, that's even better. Is that haunted train noise, or does the train still pass this station and it just doesn't stop here anymore? That way's closed. You can look at these subway guides, but they're not really going to help you. But maybe if you know, those familiar with London and the surrounds, may know if these subway guides would even make sense. To west, to east. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm lost because I didn't see a way. Okay. St. Maddie's lifts. All tickets to be shown to liftmen. So the elevator operator is also your fare police. Okay. No entry. Closed to public. Why should we be worried about that now that we've already broken in here? The schedule for using the lifts aside of these times, so at night you have to take the stairs because I guess the elevator operators are no longer here after that time. Well, let's get on the spooky lift. Even spookier that the lights came on.
Lost. All lost.
Yeah, there's definitely something down here.
Maybe you can open the lift by hand. Why do I think the lift is actually... Is it up there? If so, I hope it stays up there. Best to get through this here quickly. So we didn't use the lift, but here's the other side of the lift. St. Mary Station still. That way's blocked off. You know, if I were a commuter, this station is doesn't quite make sense. We have to go this way. Okay. The boxes are blocking that way. Boy, the train's even still here. The Piccadilly line, not in service. Information about the next train departures. That's not creepy at all. Lifts and escalators to Ticket Hall. And let's just leave. Guess not. I guess we're getting on the creepy haunted train. It's a rather comfy looking train. It looks like real upholstered seats. Looks nice. Don't know if it's period accurate or not, but it does look nice. The cars do look small. I guess this is our stop.
He's leading me somewhere.
I do too. But where? A work site. Probably where the workmen discovered the gas, supposedly. You know, I don't see it, but it would have been really clever had they had a bird cage around here with a dead canary. And we get issue 11. Secrets of the Pyramids. Probably meant to be a 1930s issue. Yep, 1938. At least it fits the theme. Looks like a workman's coat. Some utility lines and some lights that come on again right as we need them.
This must be it.
And now torches that come on right as we need them. Weaver?
My eternal tomb.
How am I supposed to follow you now?
That
Is this part of Nettie's test?
That's a good question, because that is a solid wall he just walked through. You know, Ghost had that ability. What do we do now? Well, if you remember, Rena modified our torch, because remember that in the flat we had the same puffs of yellow smoke, and there our torch changed the pieces of the artifact into a picture of the stained glass window. I wonder if we can do some repair work here. Yes, we can do repair work. I wonder who came up with this mechanic first, because the torch that restores things also appeared in 7th Guest VR. There we go, a puzzle box. 4 wheels, numbered wheels. And if we move the lever, it changes, not surprisingly. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols. So assuming each reel's the same, it's really only 24 combinations, but again, brute force is painful. Let's find a more elegant solution. Well, there's the fancy looking 4 in that rose window typey thingy. The skull has the hourglass looking symbol. This crypt has the H looking symbol. And if you, kind of tricky, if you walk in back of this, the stone, which is conveniently, even if I don't shine the torch on it, with no apparent light source, is lit, has the Y symbol. Okay, we know, and those match the symbols on the wheels here. But we don't. Now we just need to know. I'm assuming order is important. How can we determine the order? Well, if you were observant, three symbols, 4 symbols, one symbol, and 2 symbols. Yes. So 1 was the Y, 2 was the H, 3 was the hourglass, and 4 was the fancy 4, appropriately enough. Oh, what's this device? It looks like some sort of projector. Is that a bulb for it? A glowing crystal. It's not a light bulb, it's a crystal. I wonder if it can serve the same purpose. And that opens the doorway. Come through here into the next chamber. Weaver! And that gate is probably locked. Is that Adam in the next room chanting the mantra? At least the next room down that hall.
That is Adam. I need to stop him.
Yes, we do, but the game won't even allow us to interact with this thing that looks like a puzzle wheel. So what can we interact with? Well, we can start. There's one of those puffs of yellow smoke. So let's take our torch and see what we can do. And that repairs the archway. We have the symbol of the evil coven. I forget its name, but there's another one over there. And there's a third one over there. Maybe we can use our torch and do the shining light trick again on those with our torch. The answer is no. Okay. What else is in here? We have one of those projector units missing a crystal. I'll just get the crystal from the last one. Makes sense. But wait a minute, if I pull that crystal out, that means the light will no longer be shining on the door, and the door will probably close. And in truth, the game doesn't even let you entertain that thought, because the door has closed. So we need another way to get a crystal. I may have noticed these fonts all around the walls. And if you notice, one is suspiciously glowing red. And if you look in that font, it's our crystal. And when we take it, it stops glowing. And I started to think, even though that's flashing red, I don't think it flashes red as much. Could be opinion, but okay. Let's put this crystal in this projector. And the obvious thing and we have this ring, we can rotate it. The obvious thing is to try is that pedestal. That fixes that. Okay, it looks like a lock panel. Let's see if I can turn these on and off. Let's see, I bet that's the combination. Except the first one's missing. The second one's missing. The third one's there, but I bet you it's not going to accept just 3 of them. No. We're gonna have to find those other 2 buttons. Also, like 7th Guest, you have smaller puzzles which give you pieces to solve the main room puzzle. And yes, they are 2 different studios, so we can move this off of there, and when we do, it closes back up. So artificial backtracking, you only have one thing active at a time. Let's try this one over here. This has a puzzle. We have to get all 4 of these bars freed. Well, the first moves us because only one of these is free to move. And then that one can be moved. Then this one can be moved all the way. That one can be moved all the way. But this one can be moved all the way. And then this one. When they're all free, you can get a brass disc. We'll store that in our inventory since that closed up. But that gives us the second symbol. Rotate this again. Yes, I am keeping to checking the recording indicator is still going. Doing my stuff a third time. Once on my original playthrough. Again, the idea is to free these 3 arms. They're all locked with no movement, but we can rotate the disc. Let's see if I do it that. Is that enough to get this out? It is. That's enough to get that out. It is. That back. Do that. And now we can freely spin this to open the aperture and take another brass disc. This one, you may notice, is the first symbol. Try to not shine that in my eye, even though I'm sure since this isn't that kind of game, it's not a Sierra game, that wouldn't hurt me. Okay, we have our panel. I don't think it actually, for once, I don't think it actually matters which one you put these in. What does, let me try something. On my original playthrough, I went left to right. Let's go right to left to see if order matters. No. You just need to get the 5 pressed. The correct 5 after adding the 2 you need. Come around here. Ah, this is a fancier looking room, isn't it?
Traitor. I was a fool.
Ah, he vanished again. We need something for this door. Traitor. Oh, examine. Let's examine.
Looks like this spirit got on the wrong side of Burke.
Maybe it wasn't Weaver. Maybe it was just somebody innocently. Traitor. One among you did not believe in our cause. He betrayed us all and will suffer for his lack of faith. We must be one of mind. We must speak as one. The hive mind, yeah. Nellie Burke. Initialed her little logo this time. And we probably want that. But that's locked, and I think our character is too polite to just smash the glass. Okay, so we can't smash the glass, so we're gonna have to do this the honest way. There's one of those symbol plaques again. There's another. There's a clue that's exposed. And there's another. Well, let's try going to get our... Oh. And there's our rotating projector. And we have these four. There's the key, I'm guessing, to that cabinet. It's locked, of course. These I can rotate. And the wheel over there also glows, I guess to help, help you make the connection they are related, and B, so you can see them better. Let's try moving these in the same orientation as those. That one's already correct. And as you might imagine, it wasn't that easy. You come over here. If you're a fan of the Zodiac, this might be easier for you, but each of these wheels you can move to a Zodiac sign, and as you move it, notice the center symbol rotates. So, first we have to figure out the correct Zodiac signs to get the alignment to put into the panel behind us. Let's see, how many Zodiac signs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it looks like. 12 times 4. Yeah, we're not brute forcing this one either, are we? Ah, a note. Through the mask eyes, I see the truth. I realize now what a fool I was. The books I brought us to study were poisoning our minds. We need them not with the mask to guide us. They must be burned. We put ourselves to a new task, now a ritual few have ever attempted. Together, we will open the black doorway. Okay. And you know, maybe that wasn't Weaver. Maybe that was just another disciple. Maybe it was the same one we met in the spirit box. Different theories. I don't think it's really ever explained. This book here is glowing. Open the book. Ah. We get our crystal for this room. Mount it in this thing. And if you notice, that opens the doorway to the next room, but we have that gate in the way anyway. So we can't just open the doorway and move on. But before we do that, let's start with what's visible. This is kind of the X on tent pole symbol. And it has the fish. Sorry, I don't know my Zodiac, sorry. There's the X with 10 poles, and there's the fish. Okay, let's move around the room and... sorry, door. Try this one. That reveals this recess. not too helpful, but if I place my palm on here, this gimmick, that will turn on this light beam, and it lights up number 8. Number 8. That's not too helpful, because all those wheels just show zodiac symbols. Number 8, was it the 8th position on the wheel? And that's the one at first I tried to brute force till I realized I actually had 2 of them wrong. But if you aren't good on your zodiac, don't worry. I mean, on a normal conventional console or flat screen, adventure game, you could pause the game, or just tab over to a window, open Google, and get your zodiac guide. This is VR, and that's not as simple. Then I was stumbling around, and then I guess I got frustrated and looked up. There's your zodiac guide. Reference guide is on the ceiling. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 looks like the scorpion. So the scorpion, and our symbol is the fancy looking Y. Scorpion. Again, sorry, I don't know my zodiac signs, but I do think that one's actually Scorpio, and I know because I am one. Maybe the fish is Pisces. It's coming back to me a little bit, but okay. Let's see what's next on our agenda. This is the call that the upside down sword, and we're gonna have to use our torch to repair the sculpture. Our clue is the sculpture of a bow and arrow. So I said it was the sword-looking thing, and it's an archer. And luckily for us, only one of these symbols has somebody with a bow and arrow. That just leaves one more. This pin opens, and luckily it is the triangle with a line through it. And yes, this is the other one I got wrong, because I looked at that and I'm like, oh, that looks like an insect or a Scorpio. And you can see there's the crab and the scorpion. So I tried those. Then I realized that this was here, and that, if you rotate it, matches the twins there. Yes, nice to at least hide a zodiac guide for you to find. Let's see, the twins. You're correct, because as you notice, when you have all four locked, all four correct, the symbols glow. And again, they do not glow till you have all of them correct. Oh, I was wondering what that. I'm gonna go shine that towards the door that we're gonna need. Now, the next part, as I alluded to earlier, is we have to orient these to match those. Which unceremoniously opens up and gives us an iron key. Let's hope it's the key to the curio cabinet.
This medallion was important to the spirit.
So we'll take it. An engraved medallion. Let's try the medallion on the gate. The gate is now open, and we can come up to this up these stairs. We can look around if you really want to. Some reference work. Onwards. We're going upstairs. Remember, geometry in this game doesn't matter. Anything that doesn't make sense can be explained by a wizard did it. Let's check out this glow in this doorway. Okay, we have one of those projector things. We cannot move this one. But it is, luckily it's focused on the door and the symbol there. This looks like maybe some sort of alchemy lab or something like that. In the center here we have the oven. It's like a heating element, and we do have a bellows. We can stoke the fire if we want. And you can see it gives us, I guess, temperature or pressure or who knows, but kind of pointless at the moment. There's a crystal held in by a rope that it won't let us take, and it's burned. Looks like it's not quite ready for prime time anyway. And the gate closed behind us, as usual. The good thing about games that are like that, where the doors keep closing behind you, is, everything you need puzzle-wise has got to be in this small area. Here's this device. Kind of looks like some sort of combination, some sort of alchemy still. There's a test tube in there, but this handle does not work. We do have one of these palm readers, and that causes that to close and open. Neat, but not entirely useful at the moment. At this workstation, we have this wooden. We have something we have a wooden frame we can take. Okay. At this workstation, these look to be they're under heating elements, it looks like, and these appear to be our ingredients. If we use this lever, we can rotate the ingredient carousel. Different symbols for these from the symbols we were used to: the moon, the sun, whatever. The female symbol, a 4, a female symbol with horns, a male symbol, and this lever causes us to pour some of the currently selected chemical, but it just goes down the drain because we don't have something to hold it. We have this desk here, this big desk. We have this machine. I can crank it, and it looks like it's some sort of primitive centrifuge. Again, I can play with it, but for some reason the gauge isn't moving as I turn it. Maybe the other way? No. A work light or a lantern. Can I take that? Nope. A scroll with a bunch of symbols on it. Can I take this? Goblet? No. Chalice? No. This scroll. I can't read much of it, but I can pick out the iconography. And it shows a glowing crystal pointing towards one of those doors activated by shining the glowing crystal on the icon. And below it, does that kind of look like instructions to you? It does kind of look like instructions. Now, before, if you didn't know your Roman numerals, you could just match the number up. Here, at least they put them in order. So if you know your Roman number 1 and the orange line, you can figure out one's a start, one's a stop, and they do go in order clockwise. So, step 1, we need a flask. If you've been noticing around the room, there are all kinds of vessels, but the game is particular. You need a specific flask, which you'll find here on this work table. Conveniently almost right by the lantern. Another note. We are persecuted by the jealous multitude who are born without the gift. We hide here underground, toiling in darkness, because too many of our kind have been murdered by the unthinking mob. Secrecy is paramount if we are to succeed. When we do, we'll have power beyond their imagining. Then, we will be able to step into the light and reveal ourselves. And they will cower before us. Until that day, you are all forbidden from leaving the temple. We risk too much if we are exposed. But And again, the side I can't really read, but we can take the flask. And note the flask holder looks kind of like the holders on those other devices. Come back through here. Step 1 was obtaining a flask. Step 2. This ingredient chart. Now, to save us all time, it'll only let you put 3 things in this flask at a time. But if we go to our inventory, remember we did get that wooden frame. And I'm guessing it is somehow keyed. So it only goes in one way. Or maybe if you put it another way, the way the symbols don't line up. It doesn't matter in the context of the game because it automatically puts it in there correctly for you. But now we know we need the chemical with the female symbol with horns, and the sun. We have determined the ingredients we need. Now we need step 3. Get the ingredients. Come over here. Get our flask. Put the flask there. We said we needed the sun. Well, we don't need the male symbol. Female symbol with horns. What was one we needed? Select. And that fills our thing a third of the way. We don't need you. Female symbol, no horns. We needed that one. Okay. And I'm curious. If I put in something wrong, it is going to let me. And then it drains out. Okay, the game is merciful. That one, we needed the sun. How it drained out the bottom of a flask, I don't know, but okay. Female symbol plain. If I got it right, it'll open up and let me have it. Now I have. It still says a flask, but now it's a full flask. Let's go over to our instruction wheel. Step 4. The alchemy stove looking thing. Well, now we know. Take our flask, put it in the flask holder, put our palm on the palm reader, and watch the fun. It has distilled the contents of that flask into a test tube. Let's move the handle to actually pour it from that into the test tube at the bottom. Now we have the test tube. Back to our instructions. Step 5, obtain test tube. Got it. Step 6, do the centrifuge. You notice there is one slot empty on the centrifuge. Hope that clamped good. And this time, when I do this, you notice the gauge is a progress meter. And I think I pegged it. And the color changed. Grab the test tube back. The next and last step, heat the test tube. Go to our heating element, put the test tube in the holder, and now start pumping the bellows. Yes, you have to keep it in the green area. And when it's done, it'll give you... We have successfully made ourselves a crystal. Which, if we put it in this, it should open the next door. From the lab into, it looks like maybe a cozy office. Yeah, I'm starting to change my theory. I don't think it was Weaver. This is just a, some disciple of this coven who is leading us somewhere. Go to the desk here. There's a slot for something with, it's like a 4-blade connector. And this drawer is suspiciously lit up. You can try these drawers, but there's nothing useful. And in here you can take a torn page. Well, we're gonna have to find the rest of this page. Over here we have this device, which needs a 3-symbol code, and the order matters. You have 1, 2, and 3. We don't know what we need yet. And we have a damaged book there and a note. I have been betrayed. One of my coven tried to contact the Wardens. Fortunately, his letter was intercepted before the fool ruined everything. How many scheme behind my back? I must make an example of him. Make sure none of the others doubt my resolve. He will be bound here in this pit for eternity while we ascend. Let me continue around. There's the fireplace.
What power did the mask promise you? What are these strange marks on the wall?
Oh, you'll learn all too well what those marks are. In the meantime, doesn't that look like the rest of the torn page? Let's try that. A torn page. If I put it in, it magically tapes itself together, and you'll get a bunch of those arcane symbols. If you notice, 3 of them are numbered. 1, 2, 3. I bet you those are the combination. So 1 is the H with the center slash low to high. 1. The H with the center slash low to high. Two is the is an X on top of a backwards L. And move my 1 and not my 2. I was just seeing if they always light up. And 3 is the X with the upper right L. Or this thing here. That opens up. Oh. It has 2 objects, but it won't let me take the back one until I take the front one. A handwritten note. Sirs, I write you a desperate warning about the coven of Nettie Burke. She goes too far, and if not stopped, soon may upend the balance that keeps us in favor of the king. I myself have witnessed, and that's all we can see. Now we can take this thing. A mounted lens. And the mount is a cross-shaped. Didn't I say the socket on the desk is a cross shape? And it's lined up perfectly in front of the symbol on the wall. And it looks like the symbol on the wall. I can't take this lantern or any other lantern in the room. And there's no crystal or crystal projector. And on my first playthrough, I thought I would jokingly thought I would cheese the game by trying to use my torch. Turns out that is exactly what you are supposed to do. And now we have to work on our positioning, and because we need to in the end of day. This is so annoying of a puzzle. Maybe put the torch in this hand. We need to, at the end of the day, reproduce. That's got to fill in. That doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be near perfect. I hope you like that puzzle. And now we can go through the fireplace and using our torch, since this is dark and can't be evil, it's got a handrail. Or a hand rope, anyway. A jail.
Please, end this agony.
They must have locked him up in here.
The guy who, tried to alert the authorities, but I believe that this door is the cell door is locked. Not that I can imagine any reason we want to go into the cell. Some torture cages. I think that this is the way we came. I'm sure the fireplace has closed again. Just to check. Wow, the fireplace didn't close. Oh, I guess because that's all to keep you from reusing the same crystals. And there's a cell there. And here's what I mean. Here's another one of those markings on that door. Yep, here we go again. And yes, it's finicky. I almost had it, and then I totally lost it. Let me recompose. And yes, you have to hold it there till it fully opens. If your hand slips, you are starting over. Did I mention I hate these? And now we spend the next hour oh, come the on. Okay. Through here. There's the next one, but if you notice, it's pointed the wrong way. You'll never line that up. And a handle's missing. Okay. Continue around past more torture cages. Into this little room. Treasure chest. Another workstation. And we have this box here. Each of these can be slid to either reveal an X or be blank. It's really a 8-bit binary puzzle. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. But just sitting here open for the taking is a brass key. Take this key. Try opening the cell. I don't know why we want to go in here. There's nothing here, just a wall. On the back of the boards is the combination for that cabinet. So, right, both, left, none. Right, both, left, none. Right, both, none, and left. A crank handle. Just what we wanted. Because now I can rotate this. That should that might be good enough. We'll see. Get out our torch and do this again. Okay. Someone cooperated better. Down into this pit.
Please, take the dagger from my hand.
Or going back to my Weaver theory, even though I don't think it's him anymore, maybe the current day Weaver is walking on Earth trying to recruit. Theories galore. Well, we have one of these puzzles, but that is again not lined up. We have another diagram on that door, but it's totally different.
What was she doing to people down here?
Torture! We have some controls. We can adjust the tilt. We can adjust the angle. We can rotate, spin the disc, spin the disc, and change the symbol. Okay. That's obviously our probably our exit, meaning that symbol. And over here is a torture rack. Again, we can control the tilt, we can control the angle, and we can stretch, or actually you can't. You can only stretch it. You can't, close it again. But you do, of course, need it opened all the way. There we go. But again, that symbol does not match our lens. So we need to, and you can try spinning this as much as you want. You will never match that symbol. What you gotta do is use the tilt control and turn the disc to the other side. Now we can work on constructing the spin it to that side, and I think it becomes trivial to at least get the. Now I still do have to worry about the angle, because that angle is not going to work. Try that. And this is a sort of a trial and error. That looks like it could be serviceable. Here we go again. Come on. Okay, I guess we are doing the torture rack next. And you might be tempted to just bring it up, but you'll notice that the Y's on the bottom, and you need the Y at the top. So we have to tilt it the other way. Till it stops, and now we have to adjust the angle. Again, this is a little bit of trial and error. He needs to go a little bit to the left. Get our torch and do this again because we just love doing this. Didn't you know that? Huh. That one's broken. Only half of the symbol came up. If you remember when I was giving you the tour, there is that door over there. But can we can't move that. We can't move the door. Can I somehow get the right angle on that? Down the stairs, and of course. Game. This is called wearing a puzzle idea mechanic thin. It is definitely worn out its welcome. And you might think we're going on another snipe hunt, snipe hunt, challenge, but actually we are not. Wait a minute, where does this go anyway? Oh, that just takes us back around to the other side. Okay, I did not know that before because I just saw this. Did not notice that gate, but here is in the other half of our half a lens. The other half of the lens we needed. I wonder if I can repair this just by... I can. Now. Again! The counterweights drop. And our disciple, now in skeleton form. And remember, when we entered somewhere, either this room or last room, it said, "Pull the dagger from my hand."
Stabbed through the mark. No wonder his spirit's bound to this place.
We can take the dagger. A sacrificial dagger, and what the heck? We have been teleported, and there's an altar for the severance ritual. We haven't done this since episode 2. Chapter 2. Well, we had to start it.
With my voice, you will be bound to this circle. With my power, you will be severed from this realm.
And again, we listen to for clues as to what he wants.
I wore it with pride.
Fool that I was.
He wore it with pride, fool that he was.
The coven meant so much to me.
He wore it with pride. The medallion. Oh, by the way, if you put the wrong thing on there, he'll just scold you and say, "You're not listening." The medallion. And now we have to do this little bit.
This mortal link is broken.
I had to warn someone.
He had to warn someone. That's all I got.
I sent it to the ministry, but it was intercepted.
The intercepted letter.
Her power spread. She had spies
everywhere. And of course, we had to go through this ritual. If you don't find it fast enough, it'll reset. This thing now people do things like this to unlock
This mortal link
their phone.
is broken.
the instrument of my binding.
Well, we just pulled that out, and that was the dagger.
My mark pierced. My spirit trapped.
Your mortal ties are severed. This place holds you no longer.
And again, we teleport. And look, is the puzzle going to solve itself? It looks like it. We are back in this room. Again, like the lighthouse. Gee, I almost forgot the real reason we were here. And as you noticed, as I demonstrated, the game won't let you progress if you don't get the items you need for the severance ritual. I don't really want to do this.
Needed. Good. You're just in time to see some real magic.
No! Adam! This ritual is not what you think. Give me the mask, please.
Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? You never wanted me to have power. If I'm like you, you're not special anymore.
No, that's not true. Listen to me. It's a trick. The mask is dangerous.
Dantalion, hear me! Open the black doorway! Let the dead walk amongst the living once more! Let us join...
Oh no.
With my voice, you are bound to this circle. With my power, you are bound to my realm. We speak as one.
Let us go.
Exist as one. Speak as one.
The boy is weak, but you are a worthy addition.
Adam,
Speak
cut
as
it,
one.
please.
Exist as one. Speak as one.
No! Stop!
Take your place with us, Eden.
Oh, I'm sorry. Edie, I didn't know.
It's okay. You stopped her. Adam! No!
Well, Adam got sucked into the coven. He became a believer, just like we were warned in the spirit box. He, in fact, isn't this the room from the spirit box? And he tried to do the ritual, but the good thing is, he snapped out of it and he ripped the mask off and tried to break it just in time to save us. The bad news is he got grabbed and pulled through the black doorway. So we still haven't saved Adam. Where are we?
Oh no. Is this... Limbo?
Unfortunately, we are dead. Well, thanks for watching this Let's Play. Maybe next time I'll actually win the game. Well, let's see what this death sequence is like. Kind of a gloomy, ominous place. A burning tree. Reference to the burning bush, perhaps? And the first part the first part of this is just a straightforward follow the path.
Spirits that couldn't accept death, trapped here. Like me.
Death confirmed. Well, there's a comfy resting spot on the way to death.
They torture themselves with memories of the living world.
What was it? Is this Rena's room or? Either this is a very elaborate death scene, or this game is not truly over. A car crash.
A spirit's last memory is often etched the deepest.
somebody up there. We can't get there, but there's like some sort of caretaker's shed. Interesting, because I don't think we've seen that location in the game yet. I don't think we've seen a lot of these locations in the game. There's the buoy. I want to go there last. Actually, we have to come here. Okay.
This looks like the box Dugan dragged out of the sea. What's it doing here?
Now, I didn't take note to see if the serial number matched, but on the back, you can notice the puzzle we solved is still on the back. Well, one way to find out. The light goes up, the beacon shines, goes through the buoy.
The lighthouse? Angela.
And there's the lighthouse. Remember, Angela is a medium. Maybe she can help us. There's the buoy. And we come to the end of the path. There's the lighthouse. And that's the end of the path. And there's Angela. And as a callback, remember the semicircle of those stones in front of the lighthouse? And I said, maybe they come into play later. There they are.
Angela?
Hello, Edith. Lost, are we?
Are you...
Dead? No, dear. Just thought you might need some help.
I tried to stop him.
Oh, I am sorry about your brother, Edith. Terrible business. He's not the first lost to that thing.
The black doorway. What is it?
There are other worlds than the ones you know. Dark worlds filled with unspeakable creatures. The black doorway is their creation. A trap, ready to spring on anyone foolish enough to take the bait.
The mask. Adam tried to do some kind of ritual. Nettie Burke was there. She was going to make me join her.
You were lucky your brother had enough strength left to fight back. He must have really loved you.
He's alive. I know it. I need to find him, but my gift isn't like yours. My magic can only touch the dead.
You need a link. A spirit Burke touched. That way, your power can be used to summon her.
There was a ghost in Burke's temple, but I severed him. He's gone. A link. Wait. Yes! Mrs. Chan! The ghost of an old busybody from my block. I watched Burke possess her.
Oh, that does sound promising. Edith, if this works, you'll have to step through the door. I can't see what will be waiting on the other side.
Of course not.
Doesn't matter. I have to do this.
All right. The ritual is simple enough. I'll call your friend with instructions. She'll be ready by the time you get back.
You know Rena?
Oh, yes. I caught her poking around the Ministry network. I gave her some pointers. Oh, reminds me of myself in my younger years. I'm sure she'll be ready when you get back.
Wait, how do I get back?
Step through your looking glass, Edith. Here, this will guide you. Goodbye, dear. Please, be careful.
She vanishes, and a temporary, and I do mean temporary, path over to this side is erected. Yeah, I mentioned that those stones would come into play later by the lighthouse. They also had a couple in Weaver's museum. Take this. It'll guide you on your quest. A bell. I can ring it. And it will literally guide me. You know, the phrase was, sorry, take this. This will help you on your quest. And it will literally guide me. Because the next part of this is a maze. And if you get to a fork in the road and need direction, simply ring the bell. And isn't that interesting that we know Angela, Rena knows Angela, neither of us knew that the other knew Angela. Rena got her technical know-how from Angela. Now we know how she was able to pull off, especially for 1984, impossible electronic tasks. But we also, Rena didn't have to impersonate a Ministry of the Defense spy to get to Angela. So if the Rena and Edith would have talked to each other more, maybe we could have skipped that whole trip. And Jason or whoever he was wouldn't be in trouble anymore. Communication kills. Well, we have a fork in the road. And you can be as subtle or as annoying with the bell as you want. I'll try to use it sparingly since I know a loud ringing bell will get annoying really fast. A tree in a swing, a childhood memory, perhaps? I think it's that way. Is this the... There is one spot you have to go off the correct path. There's somebody's living room. There it is. I think this is it. The hospital room. It is off the correct path. All visitors out of hours is at the discretion of the ward sitter. Such permission must be sought before entering the ward. Remember when hospitals had wards instead of rooms? Charts at the end of the bed. But yeah, if you neglected to take this little side trip, you would have missed on the patient's little table. Episode 12, issue number 12, Beyond the Grave. What secrets lie beyond the veil? the effects of near-death experiences. God knows all to heaven. I saw a bright light down a long tunnel. Our brains can imagine literally anything. Now that we've done that, we can ring the bell and get back on our quest. If you are playing this and don't want to miss that magazine, remember it is the turn before the pub. And here's the pub. I'm going in the pub? Unfortunately, you can't. And of course, since I've already said, this game loves to overdo something. Overdo things. So this walk is probably a lot longer than it needs to be in the disguise of a labyrinth, which they've already given you a tool to discern the right direction, so. And we end at the other side of Edith's looking glass, or seeing glass.
This looks like my seeing stone.
Seeing stone, sorry. Well, let's use it. And it brings us to a chapter end. Loading. If Angela's right, then Miss Chan is the link we can use to summon the Black Doorway. Isn't Miss Chan the lady that wants the ladle who is not said don't bother us again? And she must have been the one. It must not have been Irina. It must have been Miss Chan who got taken in that one cutscene. If that works, then all I have to do is step through it. We want to step through the Black Doorway, huh? We will, but in the next episode.